Wham! Talk 1600. You're catching the drift. Conservative talk. Intelligent conversations on local, state, and national issues with Gary Wellings, chief editor of the Current newspaper and Current Online. Join in the conversation at 734-822-1600. And now, your host, Gary Wellings.
Hey, and good Saturday afternoon. Thanks for tuning in to catch our drift. Joining me in studio, Ed Bonderenka.
Hey, good Saturday afternoon, and thank you for carrying our drift.
You're getting it. See, It just takes a little time. It kind of rolls off the tongue after a little while, doesn't it?
The news you need... Oh, wait, I'm too early on that, right? Last week I was late.
Come on, man. You're killing me. Well, what we do every Saturday on The Drift is go over the news that I put on thedailydrift.com for you, and it's...
the news you need to know.
There you go. See how easy it is? We work together, we can get it simpatico, baby, just like that. Okay, so let's take care of a little business. Claves Marina, if you're looking to buy a boat, a new boat, a used boat, rent a boat, or those paddle stand-up boards, SUPs, all kinds of good stuff. Claves Marina, which is located on McGregor Road in Pinckney. You can go to clavesmarina.com. That's KLAVES Marina.com. Or you can call them, 734-426-4532. That's 734-426-4532. Get out on the water this summer. This is going to be a great weekend. I think that's what I'm going to do when I go home, is get on the boat and get out in the water.
And it's a great place to go to get that propeller replaced after you've been on the water and hit a rock.
I haven't been out much this summer, and last weekend I actually kind of chipped up my prop a little bit because the water level dropped more than I normally would do, and I wasn't paying attention. The boat's not been running right, and sure enough, I banged up the prop a little bit. So, yes, that's on the agenda for me to taken care of as well. So
Claves Marina, man.
Claves Marina, 734-426-4532. Okay. So what we do is go over the news, and we had a lot of good news this week. And if you don't want to call into the show, 734-822-1600, you can email me, Gary, at thedailydrift.com. And if you missed the show live, you can catch it at talkamericaradio.us or Spreaker or SoundCloud or YouTube. I'm all over the place, so you can get it up there.
Or even at the Drift.
Or you can go to thedailydrift.com. I archive everything back 5 years. So, well, the first thing we wanted to talk about, right, is obviously elephant in the room, Kid Rock, right?
Yep.
Now, you guys know that I've been pushing for that for a long time.
Yep.
Yeah. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm all on board. I'm on board.
I'm either prescient. Is that how we pronounce that again? I'm psychic.
That's a word.
Or am I the butterfly in the butterfly effect? Was I the raindrop that maybe got things going? Because I went back, and it's hard to look through I've got over, I think, 300 shows, right? I'm not going back to 2005 to listen to all of them.
Well,
yeah, well, you know what? I was new to podcasting in 2005, so I don't have everything easy to go back and search. If somebody wants to go back through 300 shows and find my comments on Kid Rock, knock yourself out. I'm not going to do it. But I did go back through my history of my tweets. And my earliest tweet that I can find, getting him to run, asking him to run, is May, not 2017, May, not 2016.
Really?
May 2015.
Whoa.
My very first tweet saying, Kid Rock, you should run for Senate. So over 2 years, right? Am I prescient?
Yes.
I guess I am prescient. So there you go. But we've been talking about it, and I don't know. I mean, I heard someone in the previous show talk about the Warner Brothers. He released a statement saying, I'm not even with Warner Brothers. I don't know what people are yakking about Warner Brothers being a stunt. I'll believe it when he files. It's that simple. File, kid, and then I'm on board. And I tweeted and Facebooked, and I've reached out to them via Facebook numerous times since 2015. And have not heard back from them. So always welcome. I think we were the first people to probably say.
I think so.
Yeah. If somebody knows someone sooner than May of 2015, knock yourself out.
So we'll blame it all on you.
You can blame it all on me. Yes.
We'll blame the loss of Bob Young as a senator for the state of Michigan.
Well, here's my thought.
Gary Wellings.
I love Bob. Obviously the most qualified guy for the position. Here's the problem. Can you get elected? And as much as I like Bob, he's a little too laid back for me. Kind of reminds me a lot of Ben Carson, right?
Exactly. It sounds like Ben Carson.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you know, if he can get over that hump and become more outgoing and pushy because you have to be. Doggone it. That's what it takes in this country nowadays.
Like we were saying, his campaign manager is from somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, Bob, if you're listening, please.
Yeah.
Add coals to the fire.
Yeah, I'm going to say this. As a newspaper guy, as a radio guy, controversy sells. And nobody did that better. The new format for winning an election was shown to us this last election, and Donald Trump did it. And so if Kid Rock can fix that, and all I'm going to say to Kid Rock is if you better surround yourself with good people.
Yeah.
Get your platform together. It could be a very simple platform. You don't have to get crazy.
Not Debbie.
Yeah. Yes. Because you know what? If she's an Obama agendist, she's pushing everything that destroyed our country for the last 8 years. She's the easiest person. And Bob would
in the low
slaughter her.
25% of satisfaction of Senate members.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
geez.
it is ridiculous.
We can do better, Michigan.
Yeah. Look, I want a senator from Michigan who's going to say, let's go back to 51 votes.
Oh, yeah.
51 votes. That's my hashtag I try to put on everything. I blame Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell all the time on Twitter. Use 51 votes. Stop being a coward, for crying out loud. I want somebody who's going to get in, and I think Bob will do that as well, but I want somebody who's going to get in there and just beat the heck out of those people over the head continuously. Let's get something done.
By the way, we're talking about 51 votes, Senate rules. We need to get rid of this blue slip rule. We need to, it may bite us ourselves later down, but we need to get Justice, oh my goodness.
Gorsuch?
Pardon me?
The new Justice, Gorsuch?
No. I'm sorry. She's been appointed by the Trump administration. Larson, yes, Justice Larson. Boy, I'm sorry. And Debbie Stabenow is holding up her appointment and Peters too, but Debbie Stabenow is taking the most heat for it because they have this stupid things like blackballing.
Right.
And if you put in this blue slip or don't put in this blue slip, whatever it is, then the senator from the state of the nominee can block the nomination. And that's what they're doing. And it's payback against the Trump administration. Yeah. And people, you need to call Stabenow and tell her, and Peters, and tell them, get off their high horse and let her let her nomination go through.
Yeah. So here's my thought, right? We've got a highly eminently qualified guy, Bob Young. Go ahead and go through the primary. I think people are going to pick Kid Rock if he actually runs. I don't know. We're still guessing.
He could run and drop too.
He could run.
He could run, drop, and support Bob.
He could, but
which would be cool.
I'd rather have Kid because you know what? Debbie Stabenow is a powerhouse. As much as I despise her and don't want her to be there, I'm going to give her credit. She's a powerhouse. She's got giant war chest. She's got all the abilities. She's got all the liberal media that love her. She's going to be hard to beat. And I'm giving Bob maybe 50-50 chance of winning against her. Kid Rock runs against her, hands down.
What about Bob being supported by Kid Rock? Kid Rock drops out and then does all his campaign rallies.
No. You know why?
Why?
Because Gary Peters comes up 2 years later, right? I think in 2 years, Peters is up.
Yeah.
And then Bob Young can slaughter Gary Peters.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
Now we've got two Republican senators by 2020, right?
From Michigan.
I think
be still my beating heart.
2020, I think.
Yeah.
Isn't that right?
I believe so.
For Peters? I think he's already been there for.
It's been 4 years.
So, in 2 more, yes. So, 2020, he's out, right?
Yep.
So, we could do that. Let's take a call from Joe in Wyandotte. Joe, welcome to the show.
I'm prescient.
Gary, Ed, good to talk to you. It was me that was on American Dream. I'm staring at the Kid Rock for U.S. Senate page right now. At the bottom of the pages, copyright 2017 Warner Brothers Records and Kid Rock. Not a campaign committee disclaimer, but he does have days that he could still file, but it is likely just a promotional tour.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's true, because number one, I think he released a statement saying, and I think it's a fact. Derek, maybe you can double check me. I was checking. I think he's with Atlantic Records, not Warner Brothers.
I read where he said it's for real.
And he said, listen, if anyone had done their homework, and I just did before I walked in here, I don't think he's with Warner Brothers anymore. So I'm not sure.
Like Ed said, endorsed the campaign site. He said, yes, the campaign site was real, to Fox 2 News,
Right.
or Fox News, and Fox 2 carried it, and that's a Warner Brothers site. So I don't know, how is Warner Brothers selling his merchandise if he's not with them under contract in some shape or form?
It could be some contract via shirts and I don't know. You're right, Joe. We don't know until he actually files. So I'm not getting super excited about it.
And I'm not trying to poo-poo your idea at all.
You
'cause
can poo-poo on my
I love
idea.
the idea since you had been on it, and I would welcome him. But yes, I don't want to lose Bob Young.
Yeah. Well, like I said, this could always be a warm-up. If Bob would not make it through the primary, then he's got a shot at Peters. And I know he could beat Peters hands down, no ifs, ands, or buts. Debbie Stabenow is a force to be reckoned with. That's all I can say. And that's why 2 years ago I was thinking we need somebody, a son of the state of Michigan who's well-liked by liberals, independents, and conservatives alike, who can run against a woman with a war chest like Debbie Stabenow, because that's what she's got. She's just a lady with a big Democratic war chest, and she's going to be very hard to beat because the liberal media loves her.
And if nothing else, Kid Rock, Rob Ritchie, does bring some attention to the state and the race, if nothing else. But the negative side of that is Debbie Stabenow, as Linda was talking about on American Dream, she got an email already from Stabenow fundraising off it. Send us money. This may not be a joke. We need to build our war chest. So he may help them raise $500,000.
Yeah, well, hopefully the Republicans are also putting up some money too. So we'll see. I don't know. We can only guess. And all I said, I'm reaching out. I would encourage everybody out there, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Twitter, he might be just putting the toe in the water. You know, he did. When you listen to the words, the website is real. Just because the website's real doesn't mean the run is real. And that's how he could be qualifying that. But I honestly, he's a good marketing guy. I can't imagine you would want to hurt your brand by doing something as shallow as saying, I'm running. I'm only kidding.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well,
that's a big mistake.
There's an article
that
here.
Would be definitely the downside of that. But he's announced a full tour. I don't know how he would be able to campaign and tour and keep
wait a
those
minute.
money separate.
You can tour for 6 months and then go campaign. I mean, your tour might very well be your campaign. There might be campaign issues about touring, tell you the truth. Every ticket becomes a donation.
Well, put it this way. I can't remember how many shows he's doing at LCA, right? Little Caesars Arena this fall. 4 or 5?
He's opening it. Right?
Yeah. So I think he's got 4 or 5 shows sold out right there, and I don't know what
Let me read this to you, okay?
Go ahead.
It says, on Thursday, July 13th, Kid Rock did not confirm his alleged run for U.S. Senate, but he did reveal some other big news, a new label deal, new music, and an upcoming tour. So he has signed a unique deal with BMG, Broken Bow Records, CAA, and Live Nation. So I don't know where that leaves Atlantic and Warner at the moment.
Right.
You
Okay.
know?
Well, there you go. So who knows, but it's kind of something to be excited about, but it could be nothing, too.
You know, it's generating excitement about the campaign. It's bringing things forward. If he says anything negative about Debbie Stabenow in the next few days, then that's going to bring attention to that to the young voters. It works for us one way or the other.
Yep, exactly.
No such publicity is bad publicity.
Yep. Joe, what else you got? Anything?
Very useful to the campaign, and like you said, hopefully he'll come out and examine the other candidates if he doesn't get in, and actually endorse Bob Young, because if you've seen Lena's trying to jump on Rob Ritchie's coattails already and inviting him to come campaign with her, and
I've seen people. What if they run together?
It's not a campaign she's running.
Yeah,
some people are so stupid. They say, well, "What if the two of them team up?" What do you mean team up? Only one can. It's not like vice president. It's
right. As of right now, there's only one qualified candidate to run for U.S. Senate on the Republican ticket, and that's Bob Young. That's it. Sorry.
Wow, you said that?
I just said that, just like that. Yeah, it doesn't get any simpler than that. If Kid Rock files, maybe not as qualified, but certainly probably the more marketable candidate.
I see what you mean now. You mean at this moment there's one.
At this moment, there's only one guy that's qualified to run for U.S. Senate for the state of Michigan, and that's Bob Young. Lena Epstein, you're wasting all our time. Stop sucking oxygen. Go just get out of the race. Don't waste our time.
But feel free to come on the show, Lena.
You can, but I'm going to be brutal. I'm going to be brutal.
Well, she won't.
Not rude, but
she
brutal.
Cannot stand up to a harsh. She's been on the Gruber show. She spent 6 months. It was nothing but a fluff piece. She's on Fox 2 News, Let It Rip, where they hide her sparse and empty resume and basically nothing rhetoric And so she's running a Facebook, Twitter, and Fox 2 News Let It Rip campaign.
No, that's not unformidable. Really, it's not. I mean,
it takes more. It takes more than that, though. I get you. All right, Joe. Well, thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Joe.
Take care, guys. Love you.
All right, take care. Love you too. Bye-bye. Okay, so I wanted to get into this because tinfoil hat Gary loves a good. I loves me a good conspiracy, right?
The body count continues.
The Clinton body count. Hashtag Clinton body count.